It was just an all-time performance from Jokic and Murray. And it was right from the start. They basically, it seemed like they decided, okay, you're going to take away the three-point arc, then we will do everything else. And Murray's first three buckets right in the first quarter, while Miami was kind of hot at the beginning, everything was going to the basket. Everything was going to the basket. He said, you're going to take away the three-point line, not really help off that much. Other guys stunt at him. He was like, all right, I'm just going to keep driving it. And I just thought they used their size, they used their physicality, their defense was fantastic. And Jokic, like, what can you really say about that guy? He has the most impossible touch of all time.
Yeah.
He throws up off balance, one-legged, one arm
Like
nonsense.
and we can't even classify it for a big man. Like I think you can include all players. Like I don't remember anybody with this kind of touch.
He has the greatest touch of any man who's ever lived, and it's so stupid. Some of the shots he makes, and you believe in it, you trust in it, obviously, because he does it all the time. But it's like, how does he do that? And if you're a defense, it's like, what are we supposed to do? This dude is taking like just off balance nonsense over the top of good contests, and just it hits the front rim, it bounces softly off the backboard, it nestles back in, and he was just incredible. But he was incredible on both ends. He was really good. He was a
Yeah.
detriment to the Heat's offense. He grabbed every single rebound. He was just that was an all-time performance from Jokic in a game that they really needed it to reestablish control in the series.
Yeah, Law. I think at one point Jokic had through three quarters, Jokic had 18 rebounds and the Heat had 24 as a team. Like it was just dominant.
I mean, but we saw Jokic be great in game two. Like, dude literally scored 41 points, and they lost control of that game, especially in the fourth quarter. So for me, what was different was they established Jokic early, but the score was still tied at the end of the first quarter. And then the Heat started disrupting the Nuggets to begin the second quarter with Jokic on the bench. Jokic comes back in, and they're still in that zone, and Jokic found a new toy in Christian Brown. The way that dude, without being a shooter, the one shot he took was a side of the backboard, John. Like Christian Brown's ability to produce without being a shooter was something that broke Miami a little bit, because in that second quarter, Christian Brown, he gets a cut from Jokic. There's a dunk. Now he's comfortable. Now he feels like he can get to the basket. And then in the second half, that dude is out all of a sudden playing like a completely different player. So it was everybody figuring out that, oh, Miami's just going to like sit here. If you just run through them, they're not gonna get stops. And so it was Jokic to start, but more guys figured in, and that was an avalanche that Miami hadn't really been able to deal with. And they didn't deal with it well at all yesterday.
And for
And
once, Denver's 3-point defense was good, Jay. Like they actually, it wasn't just, oh, let's see if Miami misses shots. They actually covered the perimeter in an exceptional way. That's more what we saw in the playoff run up until the finals.
yeah, you could see it was rear view contests from Jamal Murray going over the top of screens with aggression. Bruce Brown flying around screens to contest Gabe Vincent. And they had fewer of the mistakes that they had, especially in the fourth quarter of game two, when they just got really sloppy defensively. They had fewer of those moments and were just much sharper. I want to take it back to the Christian Brown thing for a second, because I thought that was brilliant. And Miami, one of the best things Miami does is that they do an incredible job of making sure that Bam and Jimmy are often the ones guarding your best players wherever they are in the court, right? But that leaves them susceptible because they have non-defenders at the rim when Bam's guarding Jokic and when Jimmy's concerned with Jamal Murray and Jokic. And Christian Brown has the athleticism, the cutting ability, and I don't know whether it was on him or the coaching staff to just be like, you need to cut and then finish over the smaller guys they have down there, or the Duncan Robinsons, the Kyle Lowrys. I just thought that was a great game plan to attack the Heat zone. And Christian Brown as a rookie, the ability that he showed to finish through contact through those lesser defenders, and in one case through Jimmy Butler, was just really, really impressive.
Yeah, that dude is huge, by the way.
He's big.
He is legitimately 6'6", rocked up, not the longest arms, but incredibly athletic and explosive in his lower body. And that's where he's comfortable. He is comfortable catching, cutting, and finishing through contact and in traffic.
By the way, the Heat had 9 wide open 3-point attempts in that game. Hit 7 of them, so that's good, but not only 9, whereas it's been 15, 16 the previous game. So Denver definitely shored up that defense on the perimeter.